and I'm going to share 3 with you right now. First, you're going to use bright and vibrant colors. These draw the eye and just pop out your videos among the rest. Next, include some snappy text that gives a sneak peek into your video's content. And I really mean this, the less the better. The less the better. This thumbnail here uses 2 words that make the title more intriguing, while this one uses just a few words that support the title of the video while conveying a message in the photo itself. And if possible, show your face in the thumbnail because people love seeing the person behind the content. Remember, your thumbnail is going to be competing with thousands of other videos on that viewer's homepage, so you really want to take time to making sure your thumbnail can stand out. So you see, it all starts with a great title and thumbnail that helps the viewer decide whether they'll start watching your video or not. That's why top creators focus crazily on titles and thumbnails, and when something goes wrong, if the video is not performing like they want it to, the first things they start looking at are title changes and thumbnail changes because they know that that can have a huge impact on performance. Now, there are still 2 more slices that will complete our pie, and the last one is arguably the most important element of all. Now, before we get to that, let's talk about another essential element that most small channels overlook: the description. You have to understand that your YouTube description not only helps viewers have a clear idea of what your video is about, it actually helps the YouTube algorithm understand your content better. That's because the YouTube algorithm scans your description for relevant keywords and uses that information to determine where and when to show your video in search and recommendations. But unfortunately, small creators treat their description like an afterthought. They either leave it blank, write a sentence or 2, or just stuff it with irrelevant hashtags and links. So how do you write a description that will actually work in your favor? Well, here's an easy template to use. First, you probably noticed that the video description on YouTube only shows a couple of lines, not the entire description. That part is called above the fold, and it is actually really crucial. In the first line, you want to write out one sentence that concisely describes what your video is all about. Now, here's a little pro tip. Include relevant keywords in this first line. This way, you signal to YouTube right away what your video covers, and the viewers quickly see that that video is for them, also helping you rank for those terms. Then in your second line, add your call to action. Below that is where you should provide a brief overview of your video's content without giving away the whole plot. You can also briefly describe who you are and what your channel is about, and why viewers should stick around and watch more of your videos. All of this is helpful information that YouTube is still reading to understand what kind of content you're making, so don't just think about doing this for your viewers. This helps the YouTube recommendation system understand what's in that video, what your channel is about, so it can start recommending you to more people. And lastly, you want to add timestamps to your description to allow viewers to jump to the parts of the video that interest them the most. A lot of people do not know this, but when you add timestamps and chapters to your video, those end up getting indexed by Google and by YouTube, so when people are searching, they can find your video from the chapters alone. Now, a lot of creators mess up their descriptions by cramming too much irrelevant information like their social media links. But here's the thing, the main goal of your description is to help YouTube get what the video's all about. That way it can show your video to the right people who will actually watch it. So throwing in your social media handles might be okay, but it's not really going to help. And finally, the most important slice of all, high quality content. Now, high quality content is a lot more than just the camera you use and the lights that you have. It's about the whole packaging of your video, the topic, the storytelling, the way you engage your audience from the beginning to the end. Now, this doesn't mean you have to nail it right off the bat. We all start somewhere, and in the beginning, your content's going to be a little rough around the edges. Mr. Beast started from this to this. Ali Abdaal started from this to this. Ryan Trahan, Michelle Carre. I mean, heck, even our channel started like this, and now we're making videos like this. You just have to make sure your video is engaging, offers what viewers are looking for, and keeps them hooked from beginning to end. Now, let me show you the flow that viewers take. So a viewer types something into their search bar, then hits search. Then they scroll through the results until they find the one that grabs their attention through a title and thumbnail, and then they click to watch. But if your video is boring, or worse, it sucks, well, guess what happens next? They hit the back button and go look for something else to watch. And if enough people do that, YouTube will start to take notice and stop recommending your video. But if your video is a banger, viewers stick around, they engage with your video, they share it with their friends, then YouTube takes notice of that too and starts showing your video in your other videos to even more people. If you can nail that, you're set. Like, you're on your way to YouTube success. All right, let's do a quick little YouTube showdown. Which one do you think viewers are more likely to click on? This video with no tags but a strong title, thumbnail, description, and content, or this video with great, amazing tags but weak everything else? Well, hopefully you guessed this one, because videos with stronger viewer-centric elements will win every single time. But what makes your video even stronger is when you strategically use all of these elements for your tags, to your title, thumbnail, description, and your content. Friends, we've been in this YouTube game for a long time, and in the early days, we were so obsessed with speaking to the algorithm rather than speaking to our audience, and a lot of small channels and new YouTubers still fall into this trap. But at the end of the day, the algorithm is just a system that helps viewers get what they want. So instead of just thinking about what popular tags will help your video go viral, think about what kind of content you need to put out that will connect with the audience that you want to reach. Tags and descriptions definitely help with SEO, but viewers make decisions on what to watch by looking at your title, topic, and thumbnail. So make sure that 90% of your effort goes into what viewers see and make decisions on. Thanks for watching, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. But before you go, if you're a new creator, here are 11 YouTube settings that you have to make sure you turn on so your